Welcome. My name is Shadaf, and I am here to teach you about some of the tricks and tips into the Power BI. In today's video, we are going to learn about the Power BI. Yes, this is the first Power BI video in our channel. In this video, we will be knowing about how to increase our report efficiency. What are some of the tricks and tips that we will encourage to use? And these tips are not known by a lot of people. So, what are those tips and tricks that we are going to use today? So, this is the part one of the video. Part two will be covering another lot more of tips that and smaller tricks that will be useful for you guys. So, as you can see on the screen, we'll be covering these seven tricks and tips that are very much important. So, the first is natural language analysis. If you're working into the Power BI, this tool which says natural language analysis is very much useful when we speak about reporting. Now, let me come to my dashboard. Now, basically, this is what my dashboard I have created. Now, as I said you about this NLA, that is natural language analysis, how do we use that? Now, see, if I come to this and I want, I want you to get focused on this particular graph. Okay, let me just, okay, on this particular graph. So into the view, into the insert function, into the insert tab, if you come, there is something called as AI visuals. In that AI visuals, I have something called as QA section. So if I use that QA section, that is nothing but my QA question and analysis. So here I may get lot of questions that are auto build. I can say if I want to see the total profit, if I just click that and I can say the total profit is so and so. Okay. And if I say how many states are there, if I say how many states are there, there are 49. What if you have some other question? So this is about a superstore sales, right? So let us see what are the questions that you want to do.
If you enjoyed the content of the video, don't forget to like and share the video and subscribe to our channel.
I want to see that uh, which category is performing, which category is performing very low sales. So see here, which category is performing very total sales. So this is how, if I see that, I can get the, uh, the graph, I can get the graph as well. If you want, if I can also see for different questions. If you don't have any questions, you can directly see all the suggestions, whatever the suggestions are given here. If you want most recent superstore sales data, or if you want to see total sales by superstore sales data or order, you can do that as well. So you will get all the data, whatever is present here. So how many returns? So count of returns is equal to 2. So this is the power of natural language analysis. Okay. This is another tool that we have to use. And then which takes me to the second most important point of the Power BI tips, that is about smart narrative. Again, coming to the same here, I have something called as smart narrative in the same tab, which speaks about something else. Let us see what that tool is about. I click that tool, I will be getting an open window which says right now it has nothing. Now, if you say that it is nothing, but it gives you the reporting of the data. So it said it has something. West had the highest number of sales at so and so number, followed by the East, Central, and the South. So this is nothing, but it is summarizing my report. So if I don't know anything, I want to summarize my report by the intelligence. This is how I can do. So I will just go and remove that. And if you see, if I want to put there here, I will select this and put my smart narrative. And now the smart narrative is here. So it will speak about all the data. It will speak about everything. It will give me the summary of my report. See, in December in year 2020 made up 10.61% of some of the sales. We can get a lot of information through this. We will get the summarization of my report, what I have. Then the next point, which reminds me you to teach about, is the preview features. So what do you mean by this preview features? Features are some features that you can, Power BI is still working on, and you can have a look into that as well. Let me go into the file and let me go into options and settings. Let me go into options, and after the tab which opens, I have something here which called as where we have that catalog Power Query data. Yes, preview features. So these are the preview features. The following features are available for you to try in this release. These preview features might be changed or removed in the future releases. So these are the features that you can see and use, and you can also go and see learn more. So you can, go and check which important feature is used so that I can use into my report. So this is also a very important feature which is about preview features. Yes. So next, what another tips we have, that is nothing but further analysis tool. This is also very interesting tool and very most important and my best tool that I use into my daily work. Now, if you have data like this, if you have a data of line data or chart data, I will select that visual because this is a visual. On the right hand side, you have the visual tab. Here you can see I have an icon which is of magnifying glass which says add further analysis to your visual. Whenever I click that add further analysis of your this, it says me about why constant line and other sort of things. If I see this as well, let me take this data. Okay, let me take this data and into this now I have lot of options that have been unlocked. So in this, if I want to put a trend line, I can put that trend line. You can see the black dotted line which is going through this data. I can put that as well. If you want, I can put the maximum line, I can put the average line, I can put the median line as well. And my most important, that is my forecast. So basically, this is what the table I had. If you want to do the forecast, I can do like this, and it will give me the forecast of this. And in this forecast, what you are seeing, you can see the upper bound of the forecast, the most lower bound of the forecast, and also the expected outcome what will be. So here in forecast, and when you drop down that into the forecast, you have a lot of options available here. So in these options, it according to you what type of forecasting you are doing. There is a forecasting length, how many days of forecasting you want to do for, and what is the confidence interval you want to take for. A lot of things again we have here. So that again depends on what kind of forecasting you are doing. Now let us go to another tool that is about custom visuals. Okay, this is another shortcut or another important feature that a lot of people doesn't know about this. So what do you mean by this custom visuals now? Let us go here. Now, if you want to add some of the visuals that is not present into this, come to this visual tab, which is into the right side. There we have a lot of, stacked bar chart, or stacked column chart, pie chart, scatter plot, a lot of things here. But imagine if you want to use something else. So, we have three meatballs. We call it as a meatball icon. You go there and you say get more visuals, and once you say get more visuals, okay, let me provide my email ID, and once I do that I can also go ahead and let me just oh, sorry, get me sign in, and then let us see what other things again we have. Okay. So yes, in this now Power BI visuals, I have signed in into that. Again I go in this get more visuals. I will get a tab. Here I have a lot of visuals again. Okay. Here, if you want to use, in for your analytics, you can use that. If you want text slicers, you can use that. If you want to use histogram charts, which is not better than that, different charts are available. And now let me take this text search slicer. So if I hit enter, that will load sometime because it is actually taking from the browser or the internet. Okay, I will say that add. So you can see the overview. Some of the description is given over here. What is the pricing? It is free. The products is it's into Power BI visuals and a lot of things are available here. So let me just go and add that. Now it's been added. Now when I add that, it says import was successfully okay. Now, this, we can see I have text search slicer, but there is a line before that, right? What do you mean by that? That means basically, now this text slicer, whatever you have imported, that is only present for this particular report. You cannot use that for another report. That is only added temporarily for this report itself. So you can use that text slicer and you can add some of the fields. If I want to add categories, I can use that categories and add those categories over there into that fields as well. Okay, I can use a lot of things for that. Okay, so another things that takes me is about filters. Now, filters in Power BI is such a powerful tool. We have a lot of filters. We can do filters from tremendous way. One of the filters that I recommend you to use is by slicers. Now, as I have used already slicers into my sheet, I can see this is the slicer what I'm using: central, east, south, and west. You can, what you can do, you can just go ahead and create that into a table form as well. See, I have just converted that into a table form, west, south, east. If you click on that, everything will be filtered. If I double click on that, and everything will be coming into the default way. And for the same visual, what I will do is I will put that into a slicer. So this is the slicer what I have put. And again, you can go into visuals, go into slicer settings, that is into tile. I want into a vertical list. So it can be into a vertical list, it can be into a tile, it can be into a drop down. It depends on what you want. If it is a drop down, I have central, east. If I press control and then use, I can select multiple filters as well. Okay. And another filter that basically a lot of people use is that this filter. If I want to see on this state, California, I can directly go and just click it. So all the visual directly goes and filters through that. Okay, is that clear? Yes. Now this point takes me to the another point of the another visualization is it says about Microsoft Teams. So now what do you mean by this? If you want to integrate something into Microsoft Teams, how can you do that? Or if you want to share this report to your fellow colleagues or to your fellow classmates or to your fellow managers, you can do that by publishing this report. So what I will do is I will just go and publish this report. Yes, I will save the changes because whatever I have did now, just for the visualization. And it asks me to select a destination. I will say that my workspace, which is into my Power BI services, is outside. So my workspace selected. I will say yes. Okay, replace because I already have this there. Fine. Okay, so it is publishing to Power BI. So it says we have successfully published. So I'll press it once. So let me come into my Teams. Let me go into Microsoft Teams. Let me go into Microsoft Teams. And I open this Microsoft Teams now. And if I will go into some of the, yes, I will go here and I say the add icon. I can go like this, I can see there is an add a tab. I can go there and add a tab and which says search for apps. So I will go and search Power BI. This is what the app I've got. I'll select it and I will say save. Okay. Now I have got a Power BI dashboard here or the Power BI application. Let us get it load and then let's see. Okay. So after getting it load, it says choose a Power BI report, app, or a scorecard and paste the link here. Or directly you can select it from your Power BI content. So I will use my workspace. Yes. And into my workspace, I have a lot of things. I will go and this sales Power BI. So that's what I have just created. I was working on. Let me select that and let me add that. And once I add that, you can see the power of Power BI. See, I've got that Power BI dashboard here itself. Okay, and this map is nothing but some of the peoples are not using that map, so that is why it is having details. If you see the details, it says to fix this, ask my admin to enable the options. They can enable that, the map and visual options. So the best is that I can again interact my dashboard in my Teams as well. See, I can interact my dashboard into my Teams as well. Okay, so that's all for today, guys. I hope you like the video. Please like and subscribe and follow PyNet Labs for more such video. And wait and keep watching for part 2. Thank you guys. Bye bye. See you.